Greetings and salutations, dear viewers. Get ready for some fantastic content. Welcome to our video on Brindleyplace. We're thrilled to have you here. Brindleyplace is a large mixed-use canalside development in the Westside district of Birmingham, England. It was named after Brindley Place, the name of the street in turn named after the 18th canal engineer James Brindley around which it is built. It was developed by the Argent Group from 1993 onwards. In addition to shops, bars and restaurants, Brindleyplace is home to the National Sea Life Centre, Royal Bank of Scotland, Orion Media, Ikon Gallery of Art and the Crescent Theatre. The site covers 17 acres 69,000 of mixed-use redevelopment, the UK's largest such project. The Birmingham Canal Navigation's mainline canal separates Brindleyplace from the International Convention Centre, although there are linking bridges. The National Indoor Arena, Old Turn Junction and bars of Broad Street are nearby, and it is easily accessible and within walking distance of the main bus, metro, tram and rail routes. Let's transition to history and uncover its significance. The area occupied by Brindleyplace was, at the height of Birmingham's industrial past, the site of factories. However, by the years as Britain's manufacturing went into decline, the factories closed down and the buildings lay derelict for many years. Birmingham City Council's aim was to create an environment of water features, walkways and new office and leisure buildings that would open out onto the adjacent canal. The scheme was assembled by the council in the years. The council were also seeing success with the construction of the International Convention Centre with the Symphony Hall and the National Indoor Arena. A development brief was drawn up, identifying the site as an area to attract people to complement the convention centre. Initial proposals were drawn up by Merlin, who teamed with developers Shearwater. However, Merlin pulled out of the scheme and were replaced by Rochefort. Rochefort had paid £26 million for the site in 1990. Rochefort revised Merlin's retail-led scheme to include more office space and a residential element. By 1992, a detailed set of proposals which included retail and restaurants with a central square had been agreed. However, Rochefort went into receivership by the end of the year. Argent took over the scheme, paying £3 million to the receivers. Argent slightly amended the plans by separating the residential element from the rest of the scheme and commencing construction of the water's edge first, along with an office building. By 1995, when Argent refinanced the scheme, the land value was back over £25 million. The water's edge was trading successfully and the housing element, Symphony Court, had sold all of its units. The price for the average family house in the scheme was over £200,000. Short-term finance was supplied by Hyperbank. Let's now enter the realm of buildings and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. A variety of architects were used to design the buildings in the complex to create a range of architectural styles. The master plan was designed by Terry Ferrell. Buildings 1, 2, 4 and 6 Brindleyplace together with the Hilton Garden Inn were all built by Kerryon, as was the conversion of the Ikon Gallery from a Victorian school. All the buildings are low-rise, with the tallest being 11 Brindleyplace completed in 2009 at 59 m, and the second tallest is 3 Brindleyplace at 55 metres. 8 Brindleyplace is the third tallest with a height of 52 m, although it has more floors than 3 Brindleyplace. Building architect usage completion Central Square Townshend Landscape Architects Square. Crescent Theatre Terry Ferrell Joan Chatwin Theatre 1998 Ouzels Square Townshend Landscape Architects Square. Water's Edge Benny Retail September 1994 Multi-story car park Benny Car Park. Ikon Gallery Levitt Bernstein Art Museum 1997 Brindleyplace CZWG. Hilton Garden in Helm upright Whedon Hotel Erst Symphony Court Lions Sleeman Hall Residential 1995 National Sea Life Center Foster Plus Partners Aquarium June 1996 Austin Port IAT Roger Beale Office March 1997 Greenhalgh's John Dixon and Associates Public House as 1 Brindleyplace Anthony Peake Associates Office October 1995 2 Brindleyplace Allies and Morrison Office June 1997 3 Brindleyplace Dimitri Porphyrios Office April 1998 4 Brindleyplace Stanton Williams Office 1999 5 Brindleyplace Seidel Gibson Partnership Office 1996 6 Brindleyplace Allies and Morrison Office and Retail 2007 Brindleyplace Porphyrios Associates Office 2004 8 Brindleyplace Seidel Gibson Partnership Office 2002 9 Brindleyplace Associated Architects Office 1999 10 Brindleyplace Seidel Gibson Partnership Office 2004 11 Brindleyplace Glenn Howells Architects Office 2009. Architects involved in the scheme. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of 1 Brindleyplace in this section. 1 Brindleyplace is a 6-story office building fronting onto Central Square and is occupied by Deutsche Bank, GB Grimley and Savills. It provides 68,553 sft of office space and 134 car parking spaces. It was the only new office building to be completed in Birmingham in 1995. In 2013, Deutsche Bank extended its lease for another 15 years. The headquarters of the Birmingham Organising Committee of the 2022 Commonwealth Games are also located in 1 Brindleyplace and has taken up the 73,000 sft 5-floor office until December 2022. Now, let's delve into the intricacies of 2 Brindleyplace and explore its various aspects. 2 Brindleyplace is a 6-story office building with 75,000 sft of office space. It is built of Marshall's clay brick. The brickwork is a freestanding 9-in Flemish bond. By utilizing a 9-in outer leaf, it was possible to carry wind loads between floors 3.9 m and tie the brickwork laterally to the floor plates only. More than 1,000 Lloyds Banking Group employees work in the building. The departments based at Brindleyplace include the International Department and Concerns. The top floor houses a large canteen area with seating for around 150 staff. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of 3 Brindleyplace and discovering its transformative power. 3 Brindleyplace is occupied by Everson Young Commercial Property Advisors, Towers Watson and Landmark Space. It has a full-height glazed atrium which consists of a light post and spandrel structure. There are 3 passenger lifts and 23 on-site car parking spaces. Construction commenced in 1996 and was completed in April 1998. Now, let's shift our focus to 4 Brindleyplace and embark on an intellectual exploration of its various dimensions. 4 Brindleyplace consists of 114,000 sft of office space with a bank, restaurant and bar on the ground floor. Calf Nero Deloitte and Touche, Michael Page, Mercer Human Resource Consulting and Perceptive Informatics are all tenants in the building. The services engineers were Hawley and Partners, whilst Silk and Fraser were the quantity surveyors. It was the winner of the Best of Best award. It received top accolades in the British Council for Offices Awards 2000 and finalist status in the 2004 Brickwork Awards. In the following segment, we'll be examining 5 Brindleyplace in greater detail. 5 Brindleyplace was pre-let to BT in 1994 with design work starting in December of the same year. Construction began in June 1995. BT moved into the offices in February 1997 and used it as their regional headquarters. It provides 120,000 sft of office space. The construction used the curtain walling system. Argent worked with BT to provide green features such as an upflow air conditioning system with heat recovery, openable windows and energy-saving lighting and controls. BT vacated the building at the beginning of 2011. After a makeover, Deutsche Bank leased the majority of the building from 2014. PLACES Birmingham residential lettings and sales agent occupy the central ground floor office space. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on 6 Brindleyplace in the upcoming portion of this video. 6 Brindleyplace provides 92,000 sq ft of office space as well as offering 2 retail units that look over Ouzels Square. The Thai Edge, which is one of these restaurants, opened in 2000. Whilst the concept architect was Allies and Morrison, the production architect was Whedon Partnership. Curtains Consulting Engineers were the structural engineers. It cost £12 30 million. It houses Birmingham Ceremonies, a production management company appointed by the 2022 Commonwealth Games to produce and deliver the game's opening and closing ceremonies. It's a joint venture by Garybystone Associates and Dun and Dusted. Turning our focus to 7 Brindleyplace, let's explore its key elements. 7 Brindleyplace provides 85,000 sq ft of office space. Construction commenced in 2002 and lasted 2 years. The building has a concrete frame with external walls in self-supporting brick construction with ashlar stone rustication and stone dressings. The windows are detailed in metal, as is the top story and terminated cornice. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of 8 Brindleyplace and examining its broader implications. Construction began on 8 Brindleyplace in July 2000. It provides 92,000 sq ft of office space, situated below 35 fully serviced apartments, in addition to ground floor retail and restaurant units. The 14-story structure is split into 9 floors of office space and 5 floors of residential apartments. Glamour installed a variety of Canal's precision-engineered curtain walling and window products throughout the building in a partnering contract with Argent valued at approximately £1 10 million. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore 9 Brindleyplace from a different angle. 9 Brindleyplace consists of 26,800 sq ft of restaurant space, 43,000 sq ft of office space and 60 parking spaces. It looks over Broad Street. It is the location of No. 9 The Gallery, a modern and fine art gallery established in 1999 by Lee Benson. It is also home to Unity Trust Bank, Orion Media, including the studios of 3 radio stations, Free Radio Birmingham, Free Radios and Free Radio Coventry and Warwickshire, and Coast to Coast restaurant and bar on the ground floor. Let's zoom in on 10 Brindleyplace and understand its implications. 10 Brindleyplace has 62,000 sq ft of office space as well as a 5,000 sq ft retail unit overlooking Broad Street. Sainsbury's Local and NatWest occupy the retail units on the ground floor. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic of 11 Brindleyplace. The development and the surrounding Canal apartments were completed at an estimated cost of around £350 million. A planning application for the final phase of the development at 11 Brindleyplace, Brunswick Square, was submitted in September 2006. The 13-story building was deferred over Section 106 on to November 2006. The building was designed by Glenn Howells Architects and is located to the rear of the Novotel Hotel. It was not included in the master plan, however has been described as a key component for the Brindleyplace scheme. There were some issues raised over the height of the tall building in the predominantly low-rise Brindleyplace development. The distinctive glazed facade to 11 Brindleyplace is now a feature of the development and was designed by CJN Consulting Engineers Limited. One construction commenced in February 2007 and the office building was topped out in May 2008. Tenants include Capitus Simmons, Friend LLP, Robert Walters, the West Midlands headquarters of the Institute of Directors, Hettle Andrews, Cohort Software, Argent and Colliers International and Global Radio with stations Heart West Midlands and Capital Birmingham. Get ready for an exciting part as we dive into NatWest Group. 7, 8 and 10 Brindleyplace are all owned by NatWest Group and are all linked to form a core building. At the time that the company decided to rent all 3 buildings, only 8 Brindley Place had been completed and was designed to be a standalone building. As a result, the windows that were removed from the buildings so that a connection to the other 2 could be formed were reused in 7 and 10 Brindley Place as to not put the windows to waste. Brace yourself for a deep dive into Water's Edge as we explore its impact and relevance in our evolving narrative. Water's Edge was the first building to begin construction in the Brindley Place scheme. The building contains 60,000 of retail space along a canalside location opposite the International Convention Centre. In 1995, it won the Top Honour Award for Excellence on the Waterfront. It is believed that up to 2 million people visit the Water's Edge each year, spending up to £13 90 million. Restaurants and cafes located along Water's Edge include Café Rouge, Carluccio's, Pizza Express, Gourmet Burger Kitchen, Slug and Lettuce and Wagamama. In this section, we'll be deep diving into Symphony Court, unraveling its complexities and uncovering valuable insights. Symphony Court, developed by Crosby Homes, is located on a triangle-shaped site across the Brindley Loop Canal. Completed in 1995, it is noted as being one of the earliest city centre residential developments. The complex consists of 143 houses and apartments. It has gated private access. The value of the residences increased 250% in the first few years. In the next segment, we'll be exploring squares and its implications for our subject matter. Brindley Place consists of 3 public squares: Central Square, Ouzels Square and Brunswick Square. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through Central Square and its far-reaching implications. Central Square consists of a 90 meters tree-lined area which is able to accommodate open-air performing arts events, such as Ortsfest, which is held there annually. The square is paved in York stone and has a fountain featuring 38 jets of water. Situated in the centre of the square is a Costa Coffee designed by Piers Goff. Constructed of glass and steel, it has an I-shaped footprint. The structure consists of a tubular steel frame which is glazed. The vertical structural columns meet the roof members which cross over at a ridge. This forms 2 canopies which mirror the footprint of the building. 40 people can be seated in the 14 meters by 7.6 meters caf, with 100 also able to sit outside. The glazing consists of double glazed units with a white dot fritted outer pane. This reduces glare and solar gain. Also in the square is a sculpture named Aqueduct by Miles Davies. Made of bronze and phosphor, the sculpture was the winning entry in a competition conducted by Brindleyplace in conjunction with the Royal Society of British Sculptors. Aqueduct was the first of Davies' winning pieces to be unveiled in August 1995. Situated on a low stepped base, the sculpture is in 2 pieces and is in the form of an aqueduct. It is illuminated at night by recessed lighting. It was manufactured by Burleifield Arts and supported by the Association for Business Sponsorship of the Arts ABSA. The sculpture is 6.1 meters tall, 11.5 meters long and 30 centimeters wide. The second work by Miles Davies in the Brindley Place scheme is Gates, which is a 4 meters tall, 3.8 meters long and 30 centimeters wide, bronze and phosphor sculpture taking the shape of traditional lock gates on canals. Like Aqueduct, it is a hollow construction. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of Ouzels Square and discovering its transformative power. Ouzels Square, receiving its name from Ouzels Street that ran on the site before the development, features a channel of still water running diagonally which is lined by cherry trees. Paul de Montje designed the stone sculptured seats and the pergola which are located in the square. The main entrance to the Ikon Gallery overlooks the square. With that being said, let's now move on to Brunswick Square. Brunswick Square is located to the west of the development. Whilst being a pedestrian zone, it has vehicular access. It is overlooked by the Hilton Garden Inn and forms the main entrance to 11 Brindley Place. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on ownership and management and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. When the scheme was opened, Argent believed that if the development was broken up and sold off separately, the public realm would be neglected. They took it upon themselves to manage the site in conjunction with GVA, who also have offices at 3 Brindleyplace. The annual budget for the management and maintenance of the public realm at Brindleyplace was £890,000 sterling, with the overall budget for the entire scheme being £4 million. Over 70 staff help maintain Brindleyplace. The Brindleyplace estate was acquired from Brindleyplace Limited Partnership in 2010 for £190 sterling million by Hines UK on behalf of Hines Global REIT in a joint venture with Moorfield Group. The asset is now managed by Hines and Moorfield Group. The buildings included in the deal were 3 to 6 and 9 Brindleyplace, Costa Coffee, Ikon Gallery, Crescent Theatre and the multi-storey car park. 1 Brindleyplace is owned by Trinova Real Estate. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into the fascinating world of transport. An extension of the West Midlands Metro to Edgbaston opened in July 2022 with a stop at Brindleyplace. In the future, more lines out to Birmingham Airport, Bearwood and Walsall are planned to pass through the area. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this video.